Impact Africa TV, and this is Nollywood Online Film School, a platform where we try to share our ideas, our experiences in the phenomenon called Nollywood. If you're just meeting me for the first time, or or you who've been a subscriber, my name is Emmanuel Eyaba. I am a filmmaker and a media consultant with more than about 10 years experience in this phenomenon called Nollywood, which is presently the second largest film producing country in the world. Yeah, that is Nigeria for you. We are the number one, the champion when it comes to quantity of productions. You know, Hollywood is there, Bollywood is here, and we represent the Nollywood phenomenon. All right, in our last class, I'm really motivated to do this class because the last class really impacted so much on people. People got calling me from all over the world. You know, I got calls from South Africa, I got calls from Europe, I got calls from Ireland, Canada, even in Nigeria here. They were really interested in our last class, which we demystified Nollywood. On this particular topic right now, I will be talking about how to convert your idea into a blockbuster movie. Wow, I'm sure you're going to be surprised that I'm giving all of this for free. Yeah, I'm doing it for free. Whatever, all you need to do is just go to the subscription button, click on it, share our videos, comment, engage us on those videos, and call your friends. Ask them to come. That Nollywood Online Film School is about to commence. Now, basically, in the last class, we actually looked at an overview of Nollywood. And in this particular topic today, we'll be looking deeper into the script writing aspect of Nollywood, how to convert your idea, your story into a blockbuster movie. Now, everybody can actually not write a story, right? Everybody can actually not write a screenplay, but everybody at least who wants to tell a story understand how the story you want to talk about. That is where the script development comes to play. That's where the script writing, the story writing comes to play. We're not talking about screenplay here right now. Now, I'm sure you might be confused about screenplay. Screenplay basically is the technical script that comes with movement, locations, time, characters, dialogue, and transitions, and shots, you know, and every other thing that has to do with the story. That is where the screenplay comes. But the part of the story writing, which we are about talking about, is how to convert your ideas into stories. Now, everybody out there has an idea. Everybody has a story to tell. I actually used to be a better storyteller, you know, better story writer, you know. Telling a story could actually also be directing, but I used to be a better story uh, writer before now. But you know, as time went on, I started getting myself involved in so many things. The story writing aspect of my career kind of went down. Rather, I push it to some younger ones to write, come out edit. So, what I talk about an idea in film is you want to make a movie about Yahoo Yahoo, for instance. You want to make a movie about how YouTube helps someone. You want to make a story about wickedness. You want to make a story about revenge. You want to make a story about kidnap. You want to make a story about wicked mother-in-law, wicked uncle, wicked this, wicked that. You want to make a civil, what is it called again? Civil War story. You know, so there are a couple of 1,001 ideas that you want to make a story about. So that is where the story writing angle now comes to play, where you have the idea. Now, with the idea now, the other part now is how do I tell this story to a producer, to a scriptwriter, or to a director to now convince the person that okay, this is the kind of story I want to make. Recently, I attended a pitch deck session, and I really saw that pitching is actually not as easy as it seems. In another class, I'm going to teach about pitch. I'm not teaching pitch today. Today, I'm just trying to tell you how you can, elements or things to know for you to convert your idea into a story. Now, once you have a story, right, the simpler, the better. Look at all the Hollywood big blockbuster films. They all have one simple storyline. Check. Simple storyline. I could give you instances. What makes the difference is only the twist and the plot that they kind of bring here and there just to create more suspense, create more tension, drag the story, and give it believability. But trust me, right? Every wonderful, good story must be simple. Don't ever think by complicating your story, people will like it. Some people think complication to be suspense. Complication is not suspense. It could be related to suspense, though, but complication is not suspense. I'm seeing your film. I should be able to understand it. I need to see where it's driving at. People need to understand your film because you are actually not gonna be there when they are watching for you to begin to explain. Once you begin to explain your project to someone, then you have failed. Yes, you have failed. You do not need to explain. Somebody should look at your work and understand what the work is all about. So the first thing to note, if you want to change your idea into a blockbuster film, is to first of all make sure that you have a simple storyline. Simple storylines are found every day, especially now that Hollywood is in their need for our Afrocentric projects. Afrocentric now is the sense that our stories. These are the stories we relate with. What a lot of Hollywood films, we've been designing now, they are beginning to come and to tell our own stories. Since we cannot tell our own stories. Look at Woman King. Look at Wakanda Forever. Look at Wakanda 2. So many. Half the Yellow Sun. There are too many, too numerous that I can talk about them today. So try to learn to understand that you need to make your story simple. That's the first key to knowing how to develop your story idea into a blockbuster film. The second one now is for you to understand that you do necessarily need to be a good screenplayer. When you must have gotten a simple, straightforward, understanding script, the next one is for you to put it down in writing in the simplest form. Even if you have to pitch a log line, even if you have to pitch a log line or a synopsis, they want to see good presentation. From us today are not making them not because we are bad filmmakers, but the fact that we've not been able to position ourselves to the evolving change, the evolving concept, the evolving nuances, the way things are evolving. 5-10 years from now, the way we do things is going to change. You agree with me that the way we used to act 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago is different from what we're having right now. That is how it will continue to change. So don't ever think that it's your own time alone that we're going to learn. It's going to change. So do not forget, try to make your story simple. Very, very. The Bible even says it. The Bible says it that write the vision, let it be clear. The simpler, the better. Stop confusing people and thinking that you're bamboozling them. My dear, all of them they know what you know. So once you've been able to make your story simple, you've been able to articulate your story well, the next thing for you to do is to begin to understand what is the source of this information for your news. When I say information now, that you want to write about a particular theme or topic, you're going to be getting ideas from a lot of other sources. One of the sources you get ideas from is your own personal experiences. You're writing a story about how a girl who left the house to come and see the boyfriend. I'm getting here, the boyfriend has left. And you are supposed to write something. What are you supposed to write? Will you begin to tell us that no, I don't have um, 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 challenges to no. No, I disagree with you. So try learn to understand that you can actually simplify your story. You can actually go straight to the point, articulate your story very well. Your own personal experiences can now be imputed into the script. You actually need to tell the people that it's your story. But if you want to do that, it's not a problem. But what you should understand is that your own personal experiences are things that are going to be visible for the project. Personal experiences. Another source of gathering information for your story is from other people's experiences. Now, government did not sack you, but you can as well see someone who was sacked and then begin to write a story surrounding that person who was sacked with your own characters in mind. That is where the point of the things we brought. We're not telling you to come and do competition with anybody, no. But it's imperative and important that you understand what other people pass through so that you can now put your own act together. Another source of script development is wishful thinking. You slept in the night and you saw yourself driving a Bugatti. It's not a bad idea. I have nothing wrong in you wanting to drive a Bugatti. So wishful thinking, now those are also thinkings. I wish you're entering a private jet. I wish you're doing this. As you're saying all that, you now go in the middle of people, get their opinions, hear them talk, and do a review. There are some producers, scriptwriters that can never give you a novel script to direct. But the day another person takes the pains to hire you, that's when all of them will begin to come on. So it is very, very, very easy and imperative to understand that there are a lot of things that can be imputed into your script. Your friends can actually also tell you their own stories. Yes. They will tell you their own stories. Those two are ideas, ways in which you can develop your story. Don't forget, make it very simple. The simpler, the better. So that you don't get confusing yourself. This, that. That is not that's not the important picture we're looking for. Right now, we want people who take this grassroots message to a hinterland. So, this is how far we're going to go today on this program, and I hope you've learned one or two things. I'm going to come your way again with another awesome topic. So, go nowhere and make sure to subscribe to Raw Impact Africa TV. Thank you.